Like, I can already feel like you guys are gonna like do cool stuff.
Into the motive.
Just being good to one another.
Yeah, you guys are doing a good thing here.
The people at the top collaborate, and the people that are at the bottom compete.
Yeah, it resulted in me shooting him.
I was charged with 109 and a 50.
Ultimately, you'll get to where you want to go if you push yourself enough.
I genuinely love this conversation.
I love the Motive Podcast.
Welcome back to the Motive Podcast. I'm your host, Leo Kosuch. And guys, joining us today, a very special guest, a freestyle motocross rider, content creator, and X Games competitor. Guys, please welcome to the podcast, Jason Borosky. Jason,
what's up, y'all?
Thank you for being here. Appreciate it.
Thank you for having me, man. I appreciate it. I'm stoked to chat.
Of course. So you're a local guy. Of course, that's how I kind of got connected with you. Figured you'd be a good candidate for the pod. You grew up in Downingtown, you said? Downingtown, Coatesville. Walk me through that. Just quick, growing up, upbringing, everything around here.
I grew up close to like USTC and just like standard Pennsylvania upbringing of just like playing like baseball, basketball, football, like running track. That's what my parents did, so I just did all that stuff. And yeah, I just lived here until 2020, and then I moved to California in 2020 and like got really, really heavily into dirt biking then. Growing up here wasn't really that, like, you know how it is. Your neighbors here probably would be pretty pissed if you had a dirt bike in your front yard, right?
I know. I grew up with the go-kart, the little 212cc go-kart. Yeah. Luckily, the neighbors are pretty chill. So the guy, the guy behind me is like a master mechanic on the Harbor Freight engine. So like,
nice.
The kid who's a year older than me over there always grew up two-seater go-karts, like new go-kart every year. And I was so jealous. I always was so So
that dude, I'm also jealous of this guy.
Yeah. Finally, I got a go-kart, same type of deal in middle school. And luckily, like just the neighbors around here, little engine like that, it was fun. But I didn't do more than that. And then I had a dirt bike. I had a Kawasaki KLX 140.
Okay.
I got that like 3 years ago. Had it for like 2 weeks, and I was like, 2 wheels isn't for me.
Okay.
Sold it.
Fair enough.
But yeah, I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah, so I didn't really get into it like until way later in life, just because of that. Like my parents didn't do it when I was growing up. They didn't do it when they were growing up. So like I just finally got into that when I was like able to afford it. But before then, yeah, I was just like, I played baseball and football in high school. Just like, yeah, normal like around here upbringing, I guess I would say.
Did you have like attraction to dirt biking? Like, were you watching videos? Were you always like envious of it?
Oh yeah, it was like, to be able to dirt bike for a living was like a fantasy of mine when I was a little kid that like I thought was just gonna kind of never come true, more or less. My cousins like always had dirt bikes and stuff, but they like grew up like 3 hours north of here, where there's so much more land and it's like way easier to ride and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So like I always was like seeing it, wanted to do it. Like I would envision myself like pretending I'm like dropping it on the Roland of X Games when I was a little kid in my head. But like, yeah, it was just never really like we didn't have a truck. I honestly didn't even know that you could like pay to go ride the track.
Yeah.
Or like practice. Cause you know how like, think about like showing up to like a baseball practice, like not on the team.
Yeah.
That would be insane. So like I always just thought of like, you must have to be on like some kind of dirt bike team to go to the dirt bike practices, and just didn't know how it worked. But yeah, so I just standard normal organized sports here growing up.
What high school did you go to?
West.
Yeah.
I graduated in 2015. We just had our high school reunion like 5 days ago, like our 10-year reunion.
Is that crazy?
It was hilarious.
Really?
Yeah.
What was it like? What was the interactions like?
It felt like it was like the people that organize it guilted like 10 homies to going and hanging out, and everybody hung out. It was kind of cool, honestly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you do like a 5, or was that like the first one?
No, the 5 was during COVID.
Ah, yeah, makes sense. Damn,
Yeah.
that's crazy. I'm scared for that. Not scared, but I mean, I'm looking forward
You should
to it.
go to it even if you don't want to.
No, I'm going to that. I'm going to that.
Yeah, you should go.
But yeah, growing up around here, like, so who were like your inspirations that you were watching online as like a kid fantasizing about this dream? Like any names that stand out?
Like Travis Pastrana, he's like from near here, and like a lot of people know Travis. But Mike Metzger is another one that like I later in life was able to begin riding with him, which is super cool. It was kind of like a dream come true, like full circle scenario. Because like I had a toy of Mike as a kid, you know?
Insane.
Yeah, so that I'm just like hanging out with him. It was super cool.
Yeah. Was like, so I mentioned to you off camera, we can get into this later in the episode, but I saw you were just recently riding at Castle Bam. Those guys are so local. Like, was Jackass or any of those guys an inspiration, or did you just happen, now in your career that you ran into those guys?
100%. Yeah, Jackass was definitely an inspiration. Even like before I started dirt biking and was still like, I guess, in the process of figuring out like what I wanted to create, I was just like making edits of people partying and like doing dumb stuff. Yeah. Okay. Which was very much Jackass inspired.
Right.
Like,
so you're a
like
video guy?
CKY. Yeah. Like I've been like enjoying editing things since I was like really little. Like I didn't even, I like got a laptop when I was in probably like, I don't know, like 6th grade or whatever year you like start to get one for school.
Right.
And like it had a front camera and I would bring it outside and prop it up on a trash can and like film myself snowboard in my front yard. Okay. And just like make edits of that. And then just like nobody wanted to watch that. So I would put videos of like people doing dumb shit at a party. Okay. And then people are like, okay, I'll watch you like bad snowboarding with like somebody doing something funny at a party.
It's like, I feel like that's like all those like older, like kind of like, you tell me, like those skate videos. I feel like that's like the vibe I get from them, just watching that type of stuff.
Yeah, especially like growing up around here, like CKY. Like, are you familiar with CKY? Yeah, like that is more or less that concept. It's just like
the fisheye lens.
Yeah, it's just like fisheye skating or snowboarding and like funny skits and partying and like. So yeah, that was definitely a huge inspiration. My buddy Jake Moffitt also, like, I don't know if you've ever heard of D-Town Dipshit, but he like did kind of like his own version of similar style Jackass stunts. He like jumped off the roof of his parents' house into a pine tree. It's like as big as your house, just like into a tree, and just like fell to the ground. Like would light himself on fire. So yeah, it definitely had like an inspiration on like me and my friends, just like throughout growing up.
Yeah, I want to get Bam on the pod one day. One day we're gonna get him, local guy.
That would be sick.
Yeah,
he is.
What was I gonna say? Oh, Penn State. So you're in high school, you're playing sports. We'll just go through the little quick progression here. So you said you went to Penn State. You noted out the little crew neck I'm repping here. So where did you find yourself like in college? Like, was that kind of just like the natural path that you took? Did you want to go to college? Did you think it was for you? Whatever, going to Penn State.
I definitely didn't really know at the time of starting school because it was just like so much of what everybody else did around here, especially. You know, like that was just like, I'm going to go to school. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then like, I'd say like about a year and a half in, I realized like what I really wanted to do, which was what I was doing now. And I like kind of tried to not keep going anymore, but my family was like, you're already like this far in, like you should continue. Yeah. So I got a degree in political science with like the intention to go to law school, which is hilarious because now I just like commit morally innocent crimes all day long on a dirt bike. But maybe I'll go back to law school later. X Games loves to talk about that.
Like, quite the story.
They always, like on the first run up of each contest, so like this guy went to Penn State and graduated with a political science degree. Yeah, it's funny.
They rep that in the bio.
Always, yeah.
Oh, that's hilarious.
But yeah, college was a lot of fun. But like by the time that I was like in the middle of sophomore year, like going into junior year, I kind of knew that like this is what I wanted to do, and like I'm only getting older, so like you can only like take slams and like put your body through the stuff that like I'm putting it through for so long. So it felt like by then it kind of felt like I was starting to waste time. So I was like really wanting to like go and move and try to do it. But I'm definitely like happy that I went to college because I learned a lot. And I got like the partying out of my system for sure. Yeah. Like I'm like able to just get shit done now.
Yeah.
You know, like I had like a 4-year like this is all you could do is go to school and party.
Did you live up the Penn State experience? Like were you going to football games, like the frats, all that?
Yeah, I wasn't really in the frat life, but I definitely went to like all the football games. And I also like I was a part of the snowboard club, and I'm still homies with a lot of people that are from the snowboard club. And we got a house at Seven Springs, and I worked at Tussey. So I would like go to school from like 9 till noon, and then I'd work at Tussey from noon till 9. And then that would be like my weekdays, and then I'd go snowboard on the weekend at Seven Springs a lot too during the wintertime. So I was like real into going snowboarding all the time there in those last 2 years.
Yeah, for sure. All right, so walk me through the dirt bike. So I assumed you started as a kid, like so
I think a lot of people do. But.
Yeah, so you're in college, and or before college, you really still haven't been on a dirt bike. Where did you find your first dirt bike? Where do you start getting into it? Where do you start pushing the limit? All that stuff, and kind of being more confident about it and getting into it.
So I had like a pit bike as a kid, but like I could just like maybe wheelie it up my parents' driveway, and then like my neighbors would be like, "Please turn this thing off," after like 30 minutes. Yeah. So I'd ride it every once in a while, or I'd like go try to ride it in the neighbor's field, and he'd like kick me out, and I'd go back every 2 months. Yeah. So it wasn't really anything like super serious, but I'd always be like asking my parents for dirt bikes because my cousins had them growing up. I was like,
the same boat. It's literally the same story.
Yeah. So I did that until I was 18, and I was like graduating high school. My parents like, we'll get you a dual sport. Like, you know what a dual sport is? It's like street legal dirt bike. So I got that, and then like just rode that around whenever I'd come home from college, like throughout the summer. That would just be like my car. Okay. And then I would start like jumping shit on the side of the road and like kind of trying to ask people to film me, but I was like bad, and you know what I mean? So like no one cared to really, like, it wasn't good dirt biking. And then I finished college and my great grandma died, and I got $2,000 in a bond from my great grandma, and I bought like an actual dirt bike that was just like beat up and old with that money, and then was like pretty quickly able to do like kind of good dirt biking, I guess you could say.
What was it?
It's a Honda CRF 450R. It was a 2003, which is like, I'm pretty sure like historically one of the worst years of that bike. Yeah. But yeah, so then like I got an actual dirt bike and was like, okay, now I see how people are able to like do a lot of this stuff when you like kind of start to get the right equipment, and then started getting more and more of the right equipment, and then was like, all right, I'm just gonna like, now is the time to like go and try to do this.
And this is the summer while you're home from college?
This is the summer after college.
After college.
So yeah, 2019, I like bought this dirt bike and was like, all right, I'm just gonna like, at first I started, I made like a YouTube channel and like kind of tried to vlog, but people would just be like, oh, your videos are really funny. And I kept being like mad that people weren't like, your dirt biking is really good. They're just like, the videos are funny. So I was just like, all right, I'm just gonna move to California and try to do what I like actually want to do.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, it's a very bizarre start to it, but like I kind of had always knew that it might work if I like was just given the opportunity to like go really hard at it.
Okay. So were you like pushing the limit over the summer? Like did you start like pushing the stunts, pushing whatever?
Yeah, over that summer I started like trying. It was like that summer I like started to try to film stuff, but it was really hard to like get things going here. And then like during that winter, COVID happened, and then like the whole world shut down.
Right.
And then it was all of a sudden like, oh, like the social norms are like completely thrown out the window. Like there's like public parks are shut down. Like I can go jump off of a roof and no one's even there to yell at me. So like that was when it like really started to be like, okay, this is possible to like do it on the East Coast. And by then I had already committed to like moving to California anyway, but I didn't end up leaving until September, just be like, cause of COVID.
Yeah.
And then once I got to California, I like just DoorDashed and drove around and like looked for spots to film, and then would go to the track all the time and pretty much just like trained as if I like was a professional dirt biker, but really wasn't yet. I was just like a pretty average dirt biker, but I just like went and tried really hard for a long time and have just been doing that more or less since then.
That's insane. So like, what does that look like on a dirt bike? You're just going out, getting laps around the track, like practicing like airtime. Like what's the training of a professional dirt bike rider?
Like at that stage, especially just like going to the track and riding as much as I possibly could. Okay. And like my buddy Cowboy Low like lives like right up the street from here. Kyle was like a really good racer when he was young, and then like had some friends pass away and like kind of got not as into it. But like still does like woods racing and stuff now. Kyle taught me like all of like the proper technique. Not that I necessarily employ it all the time, but like I kind of know what I should be doing at least because of Kyle. And like he also moved out to California like shortly after I did, just because he was like, this seems like it'll be really cool if you are able to make this work, and just like was willing to help. So Kyle like was almost kind of like my personal trainer in a way too, that like was able to give me the knowledge without having to like pay someone for the knowledge. And we just would go to the track and like he would tell me like, you have to like go through a turn this way, and I was like able to do it like because Kyle would give me good instruction and I could like do it pretty quickly. And then just like going to the hills and like riding whatever that was already there was easy because I like had to make such a significant change in my life to like move across the country to try to do this. So like stuff that I was afraid of like wasn't really that hard, because it was like, well, you moved here. Like you uprooted your whole life. Like, what are you going to do? Not try to do this thing that you're scared of or something. Yeah. So yeah, it was a lot of just like going to the track and then just like trying to like sack up to do things I was afraid of for a while.
Yeah. That's so did LA, like, what do you say, obviously help boost your career for sure? You're meeting people out there, connections. Like, and what's the riding scene in like LA and California like? Because obviously outside the city, I'm sure there's great riding trails and whatnot. You tell me.
California like is the land of opportunity if you want to do like anything like content wise. Yeah. Like you'll meet people that are just like willing to help you, or that like see the drive that you have, or just like, or yeah, they just like have the means even to help. Like and it's just more common there, I think, like maybe than here. It's also like the hub of dirt biking for the world. It's like kind of maybe dirt bike racing is kind of coming to the East Coast for like different reasons now, but like generally it's like the hub of dirt biking for America and like kind of the world. So like the scene is pretty strong there. Like in the same way that like if like you and I were on the Eagles and we went into Wawa, like people would like know who you are. Where like dirt bikers go into the store there and people know who they are.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's like dirt biking there is like football and baseball and basketball here.
Mm-hmm.
As are other sports as well.
Yeah.
But like all action sports are also like put on that like same level of pedestal in California, which is cool because like that's where you kind of have to be to like make this stuff happen.
Right. Is Travis Pastrana from what, Maryland?
Yeah, he's from Maryland. He lives in or he's from Annapolis, Maryland, I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Have you been down to what, Pastrana Land?
I haven't been down to Pastrana Land. I was gonna go this year because there was like an event that they were throwing that I don't think it's out yet, but some of my friends went. But I had to like go back out to California to finish a video project. I had to like do a backflip out of a riverbed, which was like a big deal in my head. So I like really wanted to like make sure I got that done and didn't like go like accidentally get hurt at Pastrana Land having too much fun or something.
That's hilarious. Do you, I don't want to name drop, but something just came to my head. Do you know a guy by the name of like Zach Goes?
I know Zach very well.
Is he cool?
Yeah, Zach is the man. Zach's a good homie.
He followed the pod like a month ago. I was like, he looks like a good guy that I should maybe get on the pod.
You should have Zach on here.
All right.
Zach has a lot of good stories, and he's just like a nice person.
Awesome. Is he local?
Yeah, he's
All
super
right.
local. Zach is the man. I hope that he watches this.
Zach, if you're listening, we'll get you on. But did you miss like riding around here at all, or once you went out to LA, you were like, I'm chasing the dreams. You're here, like you don't want to look back.
I miss a lot of things about Pennsylvania. I don't necessarily like. I wouldn't be able to do what I'm doing here.
Right.
Like it's just not an option. You know what I mean? So, but like in the same sense of that, like when I'm in California, I'm at work in my brain.
Yeah.
And when I come home, like I'm on vacation.
Okay.
So like I've been home for Thanksgiving for the last like 8 days. I'm just like on vacation.
Yeah.
I still like owe sponsors stuff and have to like go ride while I'm here. But like for the most part, it's a lot harder to get things done here, predominantly because of the weather and because people are territorial in Pennsylvania and like don't really like even like people in California. I feel like are there's just so many people and they're all transplants.
Yeah.
You know, whereas like people here have like Pennsylvania is the second state in America. The people that have owned this land, their family has probably owned it forever. And they like really don't want it messed up. Yeah. So like the environment is different in terms of like for what I do. Like if I go dirt biking like and try to jump over the Downingtown skate park, the cops are going to be there in 4 minutes. Yeah. But if I do that in California, the cops are going to like take a picture with me.
Yeah.
You know, so it's just
fun.
like different kind of environments. But I definitely do like miss being here. I want to move back here eventually. Like my fiance is also from she's from Havertown. Okay. So yeah, we'll eventually come back here. But
street moto videos and like getting into videos. Like what was the first videos you really started pushing like hard, and what were the first videos that kind of started popping off for you, and what were you doing, all that stuff for like the content wise?
So when I first moved to California, like the goal was to just film a street part in the first year, but I had like no budget and like really didn't know very many people. Thankfully, like all of my homies that helped film that video were down to do it like pretty much for free. Okay. So shout out to Austin Lilu and Bobby Bills and Dan Ager and everyone else that filmed a clip in my first street part Demon Time. But yeah, I moved out to California and was like, I'm just going to try to film this street part and see what happens.
So just pretty spontaneous. I just wanted to get the content out.
Yeah. And like, thankfully it didn't feel super spontaneous because like you film it over the course of like a year.
Okay.
Or like, excuse me. My third street part today was filmed over the course of like 3 years, which is what I really like about it. Yeah. Because then like you don't feel like everything that you did, like the thing you did last week, you have to one up next week or anything.
Okay.
It's more so like putting together like an album is like the best way that I'd describe it. Instead of just dropping like like 10 singles. Right. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, that's like what you could closely relate it to, I guess. But yeah, I moved out there and like the first thing that I really wanted to do was just like jump something huge. So I found this like, we called it the 8-lane highway. I don't know that it's actually 8 lanes and it's technically a bridge, but I jumped that with the COVID virus without knowing that I even had it. I had it like, I just didn't feel sick, but apparently had it. And I just like, I went out there like super early in the morning and like cased this jump and like almost crashed, and then went out there again later in the day. And then that was like the most grandiose clip in the video, that when the video came out like a few months later, it was like I just like posted it and then sent it to like every possible dirt bike repost account.
Okay.
And they all posted it, and that like really helped like kind of begin I guess getting like people in the industry to like be forced to see my name a lot. But yeah, so my first street part was like putting that video Demon Time out, and then like really shortly after that I met my friend Colby Raha, who is like the top of the top dudes.
Yeah.
And he invited me to film a street part for his movie Narnia, which then like I did that over like that summer, and then the movie was delayed, and then I filmed like a few more clips throughout the rest of that year, and then that came out like a year or two later. And then all the while that was going on, I was also filming my third street part. So it's like, it very much is like you'll film, like I filmed clips in like December of 2021, and the video came out in like 2024 or something.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's insane. So what bike were you riding at the time?
All those videos are filmed on a 2020 to 2024 YZ 450F. It's a Yamaha, but all just like a Yamaha 450 basically.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that like your main sponsor right now, or like
No,
is that your bike of choice?
Yamaha doesn't sponsor me, but it's definitely my bike of choice.
Okay.
Yeah, they make just the best 450 right now, honestly. So yeah, I just buy Yamahas. They're super good.
If there's a bike I'm gonna buy, I really want to buy a YZ 125, bro.
It's so fun to ride.
Are they?
Yeah.
Like, is it worth getting like the 2-stroke versus 4-stroke? Like, explain it to me. Like what's obviously the 2-stroke just sounds cooler. I want a 2-stroke.
2-stroke sounds so much sicker. Like when I make like edits of me riding my e-bike, I put 2-stroke noises over it, or like my homie Bob does. But yeah, it
What's the pros and cons of both?
Pros of the 2-stroke, it sounds sick. It's super fun to ride. Cons, maintenance, and it's like a little bit harder to ride in the beginning.
Okay.
A 4-stroke is like way easier to just like hop on. The power is like more predictable.
Okay.
Like, have you ever ridden a 2-stroke before or not yet?
No, but I've heard like the power bands, like once you get it, it's like unpredictable, like you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah, so pretty much like at some point through the power, it will like open up.
It's like a turbo or something. Like it's
That's
That's how I think about it.
Yes, more or less.
Yeah.
Which that is unpredictable in the beginning.
Okay.
But yeah, there's more maintenance, but they're also cheaper. Like the bikes are cheaper.
Mm-hmm.
And the maintenance itself like isn't hard.
Okay.
Like if you like you could learn from a YouTube video how to do pretty much anything on a 2-stroke, other than like a few things.
Okay.
But like working on a 4-stroke, like if you have like to do motor work, it's like a nightmare. But the bikes are also like more reliable because a 2-stroke is carbureted and a 4-stroke is fuel injected.
Okay.
So that makes it way easier also because like if you're at like different elevations riding a 2-stroke around, it'll like perform poorly if you don't have the right jetting in your carburetor.
Okay.
Whereas like your 4-stroke will just like the computer will adjust it for you basically. Yeah.
Interesting. Cool, cool. So you're filming Street Moto. What was like the first video that like popped off? It was the first. What did you say it was called?
It was called Demon Time, and like the YouTube video didn't necessarily like do that well.
But all the clips
when it first came out. But yeah, like I was just like posting like the clips that I thought were like the most cool or scariest.
Yeah.
Just like on Instagram right away. I don't even know if TikTok was a thing then, but I still don't even really use TikTok very heavily.
Yeah.
Like when I started trying to use it, they would just like flag my videos for dangerous acts or something. So I never really like have been posting that frequently there. But yeah, all of the like clips from Demon Time started to like catch on, and then that movie Narnia that Colby invited me to film for, also like same kind of deal. But that the YouTube extended cut that I put out of that, the movie itself, and the Instagram clips like all started to like do well. And in the meantime, I was also just like doing I wasn't filming for a video. If I wasn't filming for a video part, I was still trying to just get clips for Instagram.
Right. Yeah.
So I would just be like going to ride like in the hills or ride like out in the desert, or just like filming like easier street spot videos to just like kind of start to try to be known as the guy doing that stuff, you know? But yeah, the main clips that have always like really done the best are stuff from a video part or jumping over Bam's pool. But that's like a unicorn situation to be able to do that.
Yeah. So obviously from what I know, your biggest video that I've seen, it definitely on YouTube, is the Today video. Walk us through that, filming that, everything, just the absolute insanity, the crash, everything.
Yeah, so the crash came like 3/4 of the way through filming the video. When I first moved to California, like I saw that house from far away. It's like right off the freeway, but you have to pass it to go to like one of the main riding spots that everybody rides.
Okay.
So like everybody kind of knows about it.
Okay.
And I was like, I'm gonna jump that house one of these days. And like we were coming to towards the end of filming that video, and I wanted to try to do it. And what happened was I ended up accidentally being in the wrong gear. Like I thought I was in 4th gear and was accidentally in 3rd gear, and that was why I came up so short. And yeah, like people are always like, you should have went faster. Like I thought I was going as fast as I could. Yeah. I was just pinned in 3rd gear, and I should have been in 4th. But yeah, that was the cause of the crash. The crash was super gnarly. I broke my T8 vertebrae and maybe my neck. Like I found out later that my neck is also like broken and had a hanging bone in there. That like I don't know if that was missed from that or from something else, but yeah, it was thankfully like a super short recovery. The hospital experience was like really gnarly at first, because they were like, you can't move at all for the next 72 hours, and like if you move at all, you'll paralyze yourself, and we're gonna do surgery in a few days. And I was like, oh my god, a few hours ago they told me that I was just gonna like leave here in a back brace tomorrow. So there was like a lot of like confusion and miscommunication. So it was like an emotional roller coaster. Thankfully, like none of that stuff ended up happening, and I got to just leave in a back brace. But for a few days there, it was like, oh man, this is like
serious. Yeah,
this is getting kind of serious. But yeah, thankfully just got out of the hospital and wore the back brace for like 6 to 8 weeks. I compression burst my T8 vertebrae predominantly, so that just needed to heal. And then I was like back riding and doing tricks like within like 2.5 months, thankfully, of that crash. And then still had to film the last 25% of the video. And for a while, I really wanted to go back and jump the house again for the video. But like the logistics of that became like, I was like, okay, well, I want to try to maybe make the landing safer. And it's like, well, then I'm going to have to get a skid steer, and then I'm going to have to move the amount of dirt that's like really illegal. And like, so I just didn't end up doing that for that video. It'd be something that I'd love to go back and do like in the future if we were able to like get a permit and do it safely and like do it the right way. Cause I don't want to like, what am I gonna do? Crash twice on it? But yeah, so then we just had to finish the rest of that video. And then I like jumped off that water tower and did like a handful of other things to finish that up. And then, yeah, we put that out right before the first year that I got to do X Games. And that was like kind of the goal, was to try to finish the video like around the few months leading up to X Games, because that's when like they send out invites usually like, I don't know, sometime like 3 or 4 months before or whatever. And then they have like I was able to get in as the alternate, and I wanted to create buzz around my name to try to help me get into the X Games that year. So that was like kind of the strategy that we were going for.
Okay. So how long was that jump from the house? Like 190, 200 feet, I think I saw.
Yeah. If I made it to the landing, it would have been like 200 to 200. So you have to go like 190 feet, I think, but you can't measure it straight through because you have to like move the tape measure to measure through the house. But I'm pretty sure you have to go like 190 to 200-ish range, I'd say.
Okay. Is that the largest jump you've attempted?
No. I've jumped like 260-ish, 280 maybe. There's
what was that?
There's this place up in NorCal that Dana Creech owns called Area 52, and he has this huge jump line that like every jump is like you hit the first one in like 3rd gear, and then you click up and hit the next one in 4th gear, and then you hit the last one in 5th gear, and you just hit it like pretty much pinned in 5th gear. And it's like, they say it's like 240 up over the knuckle, and like one of the times I hit it, I definitely went more than 40 feet past the knuckle.
That's insane.
So yeah, you're in the air for like, it actually feels crazy. Like it's like you're going like 65 to 70 miles an hour, and then you're just suddenly like in the air.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's definitely one of the like coolest and scariest feelings.
Right.
But like everything that he has there is like built super like correctly, you know. So like that like it's if you follow the speed everyone says to go, like you're okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's cool. So what's like the mental side of it for you? Like the nerves before it, like how you contain yourself once you're hitting it. Like what's the thought process for you?
All my homies say that when we're at street spots, I'm like not the same person,
Okay.
which I definitely like now can totally tell you that I'm not the same person.
Okay.
I'm like freaking out in my head and like very serious. Like if you were to ask me a question, I like answer it like very like seriously.
Okay.
There's no time to waste. It feels like I'm robbing a bank like every time that we're doing any of these spots. But in terms of just like doing any of this stuff, like street spot or not, like I just like thoroughly love the adrenaline of it and like the scary part of it. Like that is the fun of it to me.
For sure.
So yeah, that's like a lot of why I'd say that I do it. And like in the same way that like we have to eat food, like I feel like I need to feel adrenaline.
Okay.
So like, yeah, it's just like something that I like. It's not like that I want to do it. It feels like something that I need to do. And this is just the most fun way to be able to do it. And I just like really love dirt biking.
Yeah.
Each spot though, like before doing it, I definitely like get really nervous. But like I said, I enjoy that feeling.
Mm-hmm.
There's also like the illegal part of it too that adds to it. That's like kind of getting more chill as time goes on.
Okay.
But that like when I first started, I was like, oh man, this is like, they might take my dirt bike. And that's like not really how it is actually.
Yeah.
But
for sure.
yeah, it's all just because I like enjoy being scared.
Yeah, I get that. So what's the process like after a crash too? Like what, like obviously it depends on how severe it is, but like I think I saw you get tossed off a bike and you're just like, don't talk to me, don't talk to me. Like what's the process like after you crash?
Immediately after I crashed, yeah, I never want anybody to talk. I want it to be quiet so I can like feel like what's messed up. But yeah, I don't know. For whatever reason, like immediately when I crash, I try to like act as if it just didn't happen and I'm just gonna be totally fine. Apparently, after that house crash, I kind of got knocked out, I guess, and I like when I woke up or came to, I was yelling like for nobody else to hit it. Like I thought I was on the dirt bike track.
That's insane.
Yeah, but for the most part, after like every crash, I'm just trying to like recover as like best and quickly as I can to like get back to doing this. Cause like we were talking about earlier, I like kind of got like a later start to this. So I don't really have time to like have like a 1.5 year long recovery right now. So I really try to not do I know that like I maybe show the crashes more than other people do. But make it looks like I'm falling frequently, but like I really try to not have scenarios that are gonna like take me out for a real long time.
Yeah.
Because I just don't really have the time to right now. So like when it does happen, it's just like immediately like how best and how quickly can I recover to get back to like doing what I'm doing.
What are the other really gnarly ones that come to mind? Are there any that stand out other than the house one?
That one that I think you're talking about where I say don't talk to me, that wall ride crash.
Yeah.
That was super gnarly. And especially just because like I shouldn't have done that. Like we were getting kicked out and like everybody else that was there was like, dude, you kind of don't really need to do this. Like, I don't know, this is going to work.
Is that like all in the LA River?
Yeah, it's technically the San Gabriel River, but it's like all the same more or less.
Okay.
Yeah, but yeah, it's just like in the LA riverbed. We go dirt bike down there like all the time, but like specifically that riverbed is like cursed for me. Like I've like crashed there, like I split my chin open there, I crashed on that wall ride there, I ran out of gas there. Like I've had 3 strikes. I'm not going back to that ditch specifically, but yeah.
Is there any other like adrenaline based stuff that you've like chased? Like have you gone like skydiving, whatever? I know you said you're a snowboarder.
Yeah, I like doing bigger stuff on a snowboard, or just things that scare me on a snowboard. Not that it's necessarily actually that big, but yeah, I do like. I've never gone skydiving. I one year wanted to like get my solo skydiving license, and like ended up getting a concussion skating, so I couldn't go get the skydiving license. But like pretty much anything that's like wheel based adrenaline, or like I like love mountain biking, snowboarding, skating, dirt biking, like all of those things I'd say I'm like now doing like relatively frequently still, but like also at like a pretty below average level, or like even like below don't really scare myself level, because I really don't want to get hurt for dirt bike stuff. But I'll still try to do something that I maybe shouldn't do on a snowboard every once in a while.
Yeah. Where do you go around here most?
I grew up going to Bear Creek a lot. My dad and mom are both from like up near Elk. So we used to go to Elk frequently, but I haven't been there in a while. Went to Boulder like before it changed ownership, and then yeah, that's like pretty much really it. Mostly Bear Creek, honestly. Like growing up and like going to West, like I would go to Bear Creek like all the time.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was like I would say the local mountain.
Yeah, for sure. So walk me through the X Games. You were talking about like getting invited and all that. So I don't know how the X Games works. Like explain the concept of the X Games, all the different events, all the different types of sports, getting invited, what's it entail, all of it.
Okay, so I'll just do like an overview right now first. Basically, like right now, X Games in the summer is skating, BMX, and motocross, right?
Yeah.
I better not be forgetting something. It's gonna look bad if I do. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's just skating, BMX, and motocross. And then they also have the Winter X Games, which is snowboard, skiing, and now this year they're bringing back snowmobile.
Ooh.
Yeah, which will be cool. I'm excited to go. I went to Winter X Games last year to spectate. I'm gonna go again this year as well. But in the X Games is also going through like they're implementing what's like called the X Games League now, which I don't like fully know how it goes because it's not like moto isn't a part of the league yet. But they're gonna just kind of like turn it into like a team format for like skating and BMX. But pretty much for dirt biking, the X Games you can either compete in freestyle, which you just have to do like the craziest trick that you can to win, and then best whip, which you have to do the biggest whip that you can to win, and then quarter pipe, which is you air a quarter pipe and go as high as you can to win. Okay. I compete in the quarter pipe event, which is like really people are like afraid to watch quarter pipe, but I think it's the most fun thing you could do on a dirt bike.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. You're just basically running into an 18-foot tall wall as fast as you can and like hoping that you successfully land back down to the left. And yeah, the contest is just judged on how high you go above the top of the ramp. So like when they say that you went like 40 feet, you're 40 feet above the 18-foot ramp, so you're really at like 58 feet above the ground.
Okay.
So, which is like the highest anyone's ever gone is my buddy Colby, who also like got me into quarter pipe, which I'll get into that too. But he went 56 feet, so that's like I don't know what I'm not gonna pretend I'm gonna do that math real fast, but I don't know. It's something
72,
high, 72,
74.
Yeah, something like that.
I'm not
Probably
gonna try to do it.
Yeah. But yeah. So that's like kind of a broad overview, I guess, of X Games. Is they have like skating contests, BMX contests, and moto contests in the summer. And the moto contests are those three things. And I compete in the quarter pipe event, which there's 6, sometimes 7 people, and like everybody starts from 75 feet away from the ramp, and you pretty much just go as fast as you can into the ramp and try to go as high as you can. And you get usually 4 runs. It's like a timed jam, but like the timing of it usually ends up being that you get 4 tries to go the highest. Okay. People typically progressively like go higher as the contest goes on.
Do you get like selected for your event by the X Games, or do they invite you and you get to like choose what you're best at?
No, they specifically invite you like for the event that I do.
Okay.
Some people do like double dip and compete in different events, and sometimes they're directly invited. And sometimes there's also this thing called like an alternate, which is like the same thing as like if you're running track and you're an alternate, where that like say there's 6 people in the quarter pipe contest and somebody pulls out or gets hurt like at the event or like the week leading up, then that alternate will be like who gets to compete in the contest. And that was how I ended up getting into the contest the first year. I went, Colby helped me get into X Games as an alternate by like vouching for me to the people that run it. And he also trained me and taught me how to ride it. So big shout out to Colby. It's my dog. Yeah, I got in as an alternate and got to ride practice, the first 2 practices. And then Tyler Bierman ended up crashing in the practice before the contest. And then I was then like bumped in to ride the event. And then that year I got 5th. And then this past year I got just like a straight up invite to go back, and I got 4th. And I was only like 16 inches off getting a medal. I was close this year. Yeah. Two years ago, I got hurt like 3 weeks before the contest. So I was like a little bit like confidence was docked. I was practicing and I just like went the highest I'd ever gone, like the jump before. And I was like, I'm gonna try to go even higher than that one. And like didn't, pretty much when you go off the ramp, you like pull to the side to get yourself to like go that way. And I went in so fast that I like collapsed and like didn't pull. And then I'm just like facing straight up into the sky. Yeah, I'll send you the clip. It's like,
I'll put it in.
Yeah. It's pretty gnarly. I fell from like 40 some feet above the ramp. So it was like almost 60 feet into the sky into the landing.
And what protective gear are you usually wearing?
Just I wear like pretty minimal protective gear, honestly. Just like helmets, boots, and knee pads.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't really wear like chest protector or like elbow guards or like anything like that. Thankfully, not yet. Knock on wood. I haven't had any like serious knee stuff go down. So I'm just wearing knee pads. Like I'm not wearing braces.
Yeah.
But yeah. So that was first X Games experience, was like getting hurt right before it, and like I didn't really get to try what I felt like. I didn't get to do my best. So my goal for last year was just like do my best.
Yeah, for sure. Were like the nerves higher at an event like that when you're like in front of an audience, it's organized instead of just like ripping stuff with your friends on video, stuff like that? Colby like had an event a few weeks leading up to X Games the first year where that he like brought a bunch of people out to watch to like build hype for the quarter pipe contest and stuff. Okay. And that was like the first time that I rode quarter in front of a crowd. And I also just like grew up like competing in sports. So I was like honestly just like excited to compete on a dirt bike because it was something that I had never gotten to really do before. It also was like shortly after that, like I had done a lot of scary stuff in the streets. That is like everything that you do in the streets, like you try to do it that nobody's ever done the same thing before. So you're figuring it out yourself. And that's like one of the biggest things in dirt biking is like who did it first and who figured it out. Cause you really just don't know what's going to happen at the end of the day. It's a guess. It's an intelligent guess, but it's a guess. Whereas like with quarter pipe, like you practice so much that like going to the contest, it's just like do what you practiced and like get done what you have to, you know? For sure.
So I was like nervous to ride on TV more so. Like I was really afraid that I was going to like just like fall or like not even while riding, just like do something dumb on TV and just like become a meme off something ridiculous happening. But I was just like also excited because that was like a dream of mine since I was like a little kid to even like be able to be there. So like the whole first experience was like, this is crazy. Like this is like surreal that I'm even here right now. And then like last year, going back a second year, it was more so like, all right, like I'm like going to try to like seriously medal in this. And I got like kind of close. This year I'm trying to win.
There you go. When is it this year? When's it held?
We don't know yet. They don't usually announce like location and dates until I think like the new year, maybe like as late as like February or March. But yeah, they like because they have to like do it in every 6 months intervals because of the winter events as well. Okay. So yeah, I think that it'll probably get announced sometime soon, but I'm not sure yet.
Okay. And what's the deal with X Games? Like, are they paying their competitors like through X Games?
Yeah. So it's like when you win like prize money, basically. Okay. Yeah.
And then did that help you land like extra sponsors? Did you have your sponsors going through that? Like walk us through that and who are your current sponsors?
My current title sponsor is Sauce, which is what I'm wearing. They're a cannabis company based out of SoCal. And then Stacks Distro, Havoc Racing Goggles, Zeal Islander Labs, and a handful of other moto companies. But yeah, they all had been supporting me like leading up to last year's X Games, and then like a company Rip Jerky, which is like a beef jerky company, came on like leading up to the contest. But that was all. I just like met the people internally with them like shortly before, you know. That's cool. So yeah, but that's like every year around X Games, people kind of are like, you're about to be on TV. There's more eyes on you. Like, are you down to do like a one-off deal? Do you want to kind of start like a full-time thing? Like, it definitely opens more conversation around X Games, and then also like the start of the new year does the same as well. For sure. Just because of like that's when like budgets begin for most companies. Yeah. But yeah.
And are there like bike specifications or anything, or is it literally just rip whatever bike you want, and most people just rip whatever 450 they want? Is that kind of the deal?
So that used to be how it was. Bar like you need to have brakes no matter what you're at. You know what I mean? Like there's like some stuff that it's like no matter what your bike is, you need to like have brakes and 2 tires and like certain things. And then the first year that I rode the contest, you were allowed to ride e-bikes. And then after that year, they banned e-bikes from the contest. And the second year, I was actually going to ride an e-bike.
I was gonna ask you, have you rode like I know the one company like Stark.
Yeah, Stark Varg.
Is that the main?
That is like the Ferrari of e-bikes for sure.
The industry standard kind of.
Yeah, that's like the moto e-bike, and then like the Suron I would consider more as like a mid-size bike.
People
you know what I mean?
Those around here. I've seen kids on the roads in Downingtown with the Surons.
Yeah. It's sick. I'm stoked that people are riding them. It just gets more people on bikes.
Yeah.
But yeah, X Games banned e-bikes. after 2 years ago. I'm trying to figure out how to best say that, but yeah, like I guess after a year ago, I don't know.
What, do you know why? Was it just unfair, like torque or whatever from the like electric? Like
people do try to argue that it's like that there's unfair advantages because there are differences in like the way that the power is delivered, and there's no gears and like stuff like that. But like there's also disadvantages to it. Like for my event, the bike is 20 pounds heavier than my stock 450.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that's like, yes, it makes more horsepower, but it also weighs more.
Yeah.
So it's like a trade-off. But yeah, so they banned e-bikes, making it so that now you can't ride an e-bike. You could just ride a gas bike. But I'm pretty sure as the laws still stand, like you could put like a 1,000cc motor in your dirt bike frame and like ride it in the quarter pipe event if you want to. It might not make any sense because it'll be like way too heavy.
Yeah.
But you could.
Okay.
If you wanted to, yeah.
Interesting. Have you ever ripped three-wheelers?
Oh yeah, I love the three-wheelers,
all the
dude.
time?
Yeah, they're so fun. I can't say that I've ridden them like super frequently, but they're so fun to just like mess around on. They're fun in the snow.
Okay.
Yeah, or fun to wheelie because it's so easy to wheelie them. There's like no weight in the front.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, well, they don't like no company like makes them anymore, right? Or do they?
No, three-wheelers, like the production of three-wheelers, I'm pretty sure is banned.
Yeah.
Because so many people got hurt on them when they came out. Because they are just like ergonomically ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like, they're so easy to tip over, but they're super cool. My friend Cole does like tons of stuff on three-wheelers still.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like part of his character or thing more or less to like be a three-wheeler guy.
Right.
He grinds rails and stuff on them.
Okay. Because don't you do like a conversion kit for a dirt bike? Is that what a lot of people do? I've seen.
To what do you mean to
make it a three-wheeler? Like they'll take like a new like Honda 450 and like there's like a conversion kit with axle and whatever on the back to make it a three-wheeler.
Yeah, you could. I haven't like done that, but you could do that to make like a dirt bike a three-wheeler, or you could make like a dirt bike like a snow bike and like put a track on the back.
Yeah.
Same kind of thing. But yeah, I've only ridden like the straight up standard three-wheeler from like 1987 or something.
Okay.
I haven't ridden the dirt bike like conversion.
Yeah, that's cool. Do you rip snowmobiles? Because you mentioned X Games is bringing that back.
I love snowmobiles. My cousins grew up like racing them and drag racing them, and they're like who kind of like got me into dirt bikes too.
Okay.
But yeah, like my cousins grew up racing snowmobiles, so we would get their hand-me-downs, and yeah, we would just go to like upstate PA where my parents are from, and just like ride snowmobiles whenever there was enough snow to do that. And then more recently, my buddy Pat lives in Jackson, Wyoming. And we'll go out there and snowmobile with him, and it is like the best snowmobiling on the planet.
For sure.
It's so fun. If you could ever, I don't know if you've ever snowmobiled or not before, have you?
No, I want to.
Yeah. I would recommend probably doing it like in here first if you can, just to be like, okay, this is what a snowmobile is like.
Yeah.
Just to familiarize yourself a little bit. But you could learn to do it out there. But it out there is the best snowmobiling in the world. It is so much fun. It just feels like you're riding a jet ski.
Yeah.
It's like riding a jet ski on a cloud.
Okay.
It's like the coolest feeling ever. Yeah, like if snowmobiling didn't happen in the cold, I would snowmobile for a living.
Really?
Not necessarily that I'm good at it, but that's what I try to make happen. It's so fun.
I've almost bit the bullet on a jet ski. Like I wanted, like jet skis for me is like one of the most fun things I've read. The water's turning around, but like I feel like it gets old after a point. I'm sure it does.
No, yeah.
Every time,
but it hasn't for you yet.
Hasn't for me yet. I want one so bad.
Yeah.
But I'm sure the maintenance is also like, water scares me for maintenance. I don't know how they are maintenance wise. I'm sure it really depends, but
I'm pretty sure. Like I don't know about like a wave runner, but like I know that the people that have like the stand up skis that you can do flips and stuff on, like maintenance is like a literal nightmare.
Yeah.
So like, but if you just got like a nice like ski-doo jet ski, I'm sure it actually like probably isn't too bad, but I really don't know. But they are fun
for sure. Do you have, and I'm sure this is hard, do you have like a top 5 moments of your dirt bike career so far? Making content, jumps, moments, people you've met, whatever.
Top 5 moment, like first number 1 moment is like X Games, and then like after that is just because I was like such a dream, you know, for so long. And then after that is like just certain tricks that I've gotten to like accomplish throughout like film and video projects and stuff. BAMS is like one of those too. That's like wasn't even for a video project, but that's like I've wanted to jump over BAM's pool one way or another since like before I could even dirt bike.
And when did you film that?
That was this past September.
Okay.
Are you familiar with the Dern brothers?
I was gonna say I've seen them out there, like I've seen their videos. Yeah.
Yeah. So they, Kanan built that ramp that I went off of to skate into the pool. And like I'd always like Travis Pastrana had actually jumped Bam's pool on his dirt bike like 15 years ago for Viva La Bam or something.
Okay.
Yeah. And I was like, it'd be cool to kind of like do that the same way again for a video project. And then when I saw Kanan built that ramp like out of the house, I was like, I need to try to do this.
Mm-hmm.
And like, thankfully they were like cool enough to let me go over there and do that. But yeah, it was like that was definitely one of the highlights of things that I've gotten to be able to do. Just also because like I grew up so close.
For sure.
You know, like, and there's so much history there.
Yeah. No, I love watching the old videos, dude. It's like, it's so cool because those guys also I went to Westchester East.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, I know, like, they graduated from East. There's, like, the old videos of them at East, like, around Westchester, his Lamborghini Murcielago in town, like, everything.
The
like,
purple Lambo.
Yeah, purple Lambo.
Yeah, exactly. I used to, like, go to Borderline when I was little and skate there. But, yeah, it's, like, that was, like, a cool full circle moment. That was also the, like, I don't know, I guess I would say, like, the biggest, most fun thing that I got to do, like, on the East Coast, I think.
Okay.
So, which is nice, like hometown thing that I got to do. I got to jump over my parents' house. That was really cool, too.
Yeah.
Shout out to mom and dad for that one.
Well, so what do the neighbors think about that? You went from, like, being scared to ride around your neighborhood to jump on the freaking house.
The neighbors for that one, actually, they were moving in the day that I did that.
No.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, I like, they're really cool. But they were like, I was like, they must be like, where the hell did we just move to? But yeah, no, they like, they were cool with it. It was pretty quick too. Like I only jumped it like 4 times. My family had like a little party, had people, because we had to have so many people over to move the ramp.
Yeah.
The ramp is like thousands of pounds.
Right.
But yeah, I'd say like X Games, video part stuff, Bam's pool, parents' house. Trying to think of if there's anything else that like really comes to mind. Riding with Mike Metzger and Colby for that show that we did before X Games was really cool because that was like another like full circle moment. I'd say like most of the stuff that is like a highlight to me is something that I like really wanted to do for a long time and was finally able to do it because that's like more or less a metaphor for like my whole dirt bike career. It's like I wanted to do this since I was little, but it just wasn't in the cards until way later, and now I'm just like getting to do it.
For sure. What's next? Goals, everything, where you want to ride, jumps you want to complete, videos you want to put out, people you want to work with?
Next is immediately going back out to California and helping Colby pull off one of the events that he has that he's going to do, or just like giving him a hand with whatever he needs. And then like that's like the immediate plan. Next like big thing I really want to do is try to win X Games this summer, or at the very least medal. And then I'm trying to film. I really want to film a street part like around the whole country because everything that I've filmed has been either in like SoCal or just like PA, or like my most recent video that I put out was like a little bit in New York City. But yeah, I really want to do something like around America and eventually be able to do something like around the world, or at least just like in Europe or something. Yeah. So that's like what I'm trying to build up to street part wise, and then medal and X Games, and then I like have some other ideas that like kind of blend like different action sports in like a hopefully not corny way. Yeah.
What are the cool spots? Are there any like cool spots like internationally? I mean, I'm sure there are. It's a big world, but like any spots in other countries that really stand out for riding?
Most of like what I would want to do out of the country is really like dirt bike at skate spots, like notable skate spots, or like BMX spots, because they're already like kind of ingrained in the action sports culture. You know, that like maybe aren't necessary. Like it'd be nice to go ride like some of the homies dirt bike compounds like in different countries as well. Yeah. But in terms of stuff I'd want to film for a video part, it would be like jump over like some crazy like monument in Spain or something. You know what I mean? I don't know. Like something like that would be what I would like to try to do out of the country. But that's also like I know how that works in America. I don't know how that works there. They might just be like, get the hell out of here. You know what I mean? So yeah, so I don't know what they would have to say about that.
Yeah, for sure. What do you know about enduro? I'm curious. I've never really watched much on it, but I've seen it here and there. I know it's kind of a whole different world.
Do you mean like the indoor racing, like indoor racing, or the outdoor racing? Because they have it in arena too. Okay,
really?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just all obstacles, right? Just like slow based, technical based riding.
Yeah, it's all like riding through the woods, technical, like riding over rocks. Like you really have to have a ton of bike skill to be able to be like a good enduro rider at like the highest level. Like some of the stuff that those dudes are doing are like very like one with their machine bike skill on like a maybe necessarily not as gnarly level, but like in terms of danger, but like gnarly in terms of like talent that you have and like one with your motorcycle experience.
Okay.
It's fun. Honestly, that's like what I want to do like when I get to a point that I can no longer like get super broke off jumping huge shit.
Okay.
Like I would love to, just because like the impact that you're taking while like you could hit a tree going super fast too, but it at least just like feels like a better sell to my fiance. That like I'm staying on the ground more, you know. So like that's probably my plan later on, as I get older, and like that kind of riding is just also like super fun to me.
Yeah, for sure. I think that's a great place to wrap it up.
Sweet.
Do you have any advice for me? The last question we ask all our guests is.
Advice for you.
It can be anything.
Anything. Okay, let's see. Keep doing what you're doing like relentlessly.
Love it. It's a goal. It's a goal.
Yeah. Just keep doing it forever because like you never know what can come if you just commit to never stopping.
For sure.
Yeah.
Love it. Well, appreciate it, man. You're a crazy dude. Look forward to seeing more content and keep killing it.
Thank you, man. Great talking to you. Thank you for having me.
Motive Podcast out.